Hi there and welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. I'm going to talk about something today that I think we don't talk about enough. But before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and share. When you hear the term self-worth, what do you think about? There's a lot of self-words. So there's self-esteem, self-respect, self-worth. But the reality is, self-worth is so important, and I think a lot of us forget about it. We base all of our self-worth a lot of times on our accomplishments, on our achievements. And the reality is, self-worth is just knowing that you are valuable, what you have to say is valuable, and that you deserve to be respected. Without self-worth, we're not going to have confidence, we're not going to have that self-esteem we spoke about, and we're not going to feel that what we have to contribute makes us worthy. So then we start to doubt ourselves. So an example is, if you're up for a promotion at your workplace, if you don't understand what your self-worth is and how important and what you have to contribute to the situation is important, you're not going to be confident in your approach of doing things when you go to do that presentation. Or you might doubt yourself, and you might hear that negative voice. We all know that negative voice. It's going to whisper in your ear, you can't do it. You're not good enough. You're dumb. You're stupid. All of those things. But the thing is, we all have control of our self-worth because we can tell that voice, acknowledge it's saying something, tell them they're wrong, clearly, because we know we're better than that, and ensure that we focus on what the truth is. It's easy to tell us things when we look at the big world we're not good, we're not worthy, we're not good enough, because we compare ourselves to so many people in the world. The thin models, the famous millionaires, the celebrities. But the reality is, we all have value and we all deserve to be respected. When you're going for that promotion, keep your head up high. Go in with confidence because you know what you have to say is important. And when you believe in yourself, anything is possible. Now, we do have those people in our lives that may say things that aren't as supportive as they could be. The reality is, we have to be able to hone in on the reality and the truth. Our self-truth, because everybody has opinions, let's face it. They're going to think what they're going to think. Let them. But the only opinion that counts in the situation is what you think about yourself. So when you look in the mirror, what do you see? What do you feel? And what do you think? You may not see a supermodel, but you probably see somebody that looks damn good. And you probably see somebody that has so much to contribute to this world. It's not always about our achievements. So it's not about how much money you have in the bank. It's not about what kind of car you drive. And it's not about all the degrees or letters that you have after your name. What it is how you feel about yourself. There are many situations, whether it's in friendships, relationships, businesses, family, where you're made to look smaller than you are. And sometimes it's easier to believe the lies and what other people say than it is to actually dig deep into who you are as a person and see how worthy you are. We have people in our lives that will build us up and help encourage us. But unless we believe in ourselves and believe in our own self-worth, it doesn't mean anything. I'm going to share a story I have that happened to me when I first lost my vision. And it really highlights how quickly we can forget how worthy we are and how much we have to believe in ourselves. So when I first lost my sight, I would apologize to everything and everyone around me. If I accidentally bumped into a wall or an inanimate object, table, a mannequin in a store, or somebody, I would say, sorry. I would apologize to people if it took me too long to do something like dressing or walking or getting around, because I felt like I owed them something because they were always helping me. So sorry became my new mantra. But the scary part was I didn't even understand that I was doing it. Until one day I was at work and my manager asked me, "Melanie, are you a sorry person?" I said, "No, of course not." And she said, "Then why is it that in the last 2 days you have said sorry 275 times? I said, "What?" I was in shock and disbelief, mainly because I couldn't believe that she had counted how many times I had said it. But could this be true? Was I a sorry person? She said, Melanie, if you only believed in yourself and saw how much you had to contribute, you wouldn't say sorry. But you need to really work on this. So she challenged me to say sorry one last time each day. So I counted how many times I said sorry the rest of the day, and to my dismay, it was 25 more times. So when I got home, I had a good cry. I'll be honest. I really felt lousy. How could I let this happen? How could it be happening to me? But I really dug deep into why I felt the need to say sorry to people. And this is what I came up with. I had felt I had to say sorry to people when I couldn't do something, when it took me too long to do it, or if I had caused them any sort of inconvenience. And in my eyes, that was all the time. But I also realized that whenever I said sorry, I was demeaning myself and showing others that I didn't value what I had to contribute. So I knew that this wasn't me and this wasn't who I wanted to be, and that something needed to change. So I took my boss up on her challenge, and I started slowly but surely to stop saying sorry as much. Something really amazing happened. Things started to shift. I started to see myself for my abilities. And yes, of course, there were times that I may be sorry, but genuinely sorry when I felt emotion or empathy for someone, or if I did something where I absolutely had to apologize for someone when I was not just because I had bumped into them. But the more I became aware of my abilities, others started to see me differently. They saw me not as that sorry person, but they saw me for the person that I am and the abilities that I had. So I'm not saying that I don't ever say sorry anymore, because I do. Reality is we all do. But I can now say that I am unapologetically sorry. I am unapologetically me, because that's who I am. And if the word sorry comes into my vocabulary, that's okay, because I now see my self-worth and what I have to contribute to my family, my friends, to my profession, to my students, and to the world. So what is your self-worth? Do you see yourself? Do you see your value? Do you want to be respected and know that you deserve this? If not, I encourage you to dig deep and see all the things you have to contribute. If we don't believe in ourselves, who's going to believe in ourselves? This is something that takes time and effort. And the reality is, you don't want to be that sorry person. So until next time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share, and keep smiling, stay safe, and until next time, mwah.